Yo, yo, yo. Will Reagan from Reagan Reefs and Reptiles. It's 3 a.m. Yay. Why are we in the shop at 3 a.m.? Well, we're up because we are without power. Of course, we have a backup generator for the shop. We have to because we don't want to lose all our guys in here. But we have been about a week without power. We had a terrible ice storm here in Virginia, and our power company is telling us it could be up to 3 weeks with no power. So that really sucks. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing we can do about it. We just got to live with it. So thank God we have the generator, and we have backup heat and all that. So that's cool. But we're down here in the shop, and we're going to do a 3 a.m. challenge. This is Levingston. Sorry about the red light, but he's nocturnal, so he doesn't like to eat with the lights on. So today's challenge, we're going to see how many pinky mice this guy will eat. He is our yearling Cuvier's dwarf caiman. He's awesome. One of our favorite pets, Shirley. He's pretty social. I wouldn't say he's tame. He's not. It's not really like. I mean, I can pet him at times on the head, and other times he leaves when I try to pet him on the head. But he's never really aggressive. I mean, I wouldn't stick my hand in there when he's wanting to eat, because he would bite me for sure. So we're not gonna do anything detrimental to him. So it's not gonna be a straight up pure challenge. It's not like I'm gonna sit here and feed him 100 pinky mice. We got 5, so he can eat up to 5. And like I said, he's great. He's about a year old, and he is about, let's say he's a little over 2 feet long. So here we go. Here you go, Levingston. Number 1. First pinky mouse. His eyesight's not, well, I don't know, his eyesight's not good. But I think he operates a lot more by smell than by sight. Because as you see, he didn't get that one yet, but he will. Alright, so there's 2 in there now. Not have to worry, he'll get them. There he goes. Number 1. That one's gone. It's not a big challenge for him, to be honest with you guys. I've seen him eat 5 before, and I don't ever let him have more than that. And he hadn't eaten in about 3 days. I usually feed him 2-3 times a week. But he's a glutton. He would probably eat until he was packed every day if you let him. I mean, he's definitely an eater. And he'll eat anything. I've never tried anything crazy with him, obviously, but I mean, these are frozen thawed pinkies, but he'll eat frozen thawed pinkies, fuzzies, hoppers. He can't even eat an adult mouse, but I don't typically give him those. He's eaten small frozen thawed soft fur rats before, rat crawlers. He'll eat live stuff, of course. He doesn't discriminate. He eats a lot of silver sides, frozen thawed silver side minnows, big dubia roaches, big super worms. Pretty much anything you throw in there, he'll eat. All right, bud, you got two in there waiting on you. We just gotta go get them. Again, I'm sorry about the lighting, but the health of these animals is more important than views to me. So I'm not going to stress them out by feeding them with the lights on. Yeah, he should start getting those now. But he is currently in a 200-gallon cube tank, so that's 4 feet by 4 feet. And if I try to see him from this angle, there you go. You can kind of see. So that's a 4 foot wide space, and that's how long he is. I would say he's at least 2 feet, maybe a little over. He might be more like 28 inches. I don't think he's 30 inches long. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's three pinkies in there waiting on him. And he's eaten one already. And I got one left. Get him, Mike. Get him, Lev. I gotta say, he's really a cool animal. He's the first Cuviers I've had. I've had mostly American alligators before, which are nice. I mean, American alligators are cool. They're pretty chill. Maybe a little bit less bitey, but they get so big. So for me here in Virginia, to keep an American alligator long term is really difficult, because you think, it's too cold here for them to make it over winter outside. And American alligators, you're talking about 8 foot, on average, probably adult. And obviously everybody's seen big ones be caught before. 12 foot, 14 foot isn't unheard of. So that's a huge animal. This guy should top out, and I don't know if he's a male or a female. I call him he, but he may be female. I hope he's female, honestly, because the smaller, the better. But he's probably, he should top out somewhere 3-4 foot, somewhere right around 4 foot. If he's a boy, he could get up to more like 5 foot. But, he should, like I said, top out around 4 foot. And he's going to get an upgrade here pretty soon. There's number 2. He's going to go in, we're going to build a 12 foot, right now the plan is a 12 foot by 6 foot enclosure. I've got an 8 foot by 4 foot trough, fiberglass, that'll be his water basin, and then I'll build a bank. There's number 3. Like I said, the basin is 8 foot by 4 foot. So then we'll do like a 4 foot by 6 foot land area on one end, and then have a 2 foot bank all the way across the front of it, which will give him plenty of room. That should be plenty big for him, even at adult size. And we're planning that pretty soon. Either that, or we have one other choice. If we're gonna, I already have that, but I also saw the other day a 6 foot in a diameter, a 6 foot diameter tub, so 6 foot and round and 18 inches deep. So we might do more like that. If we do what we were planning with the 12 foot by 6 foot, that'll be actually elevated up, built into like a stand. So it'll be up off the ground. If we decide to just do an indoor pond like we do with a lot of the turtles, that'll be ground level, we might do that 6-foot diameter round pond that's 18 inches deep. And if we do that, we'll probably build an 8-foot by 8-foot and have the pond set into one end, kind of. So then you'd have 2 feet of land going all the way around. I don't know. That's another idea. I'm not sure which. Probably the first idea, because I'd like to have him up off the ground where he's better to be viewed, and plus that'll be fully enclosed and with a top. It's gonna be hard to do a top over that round pond. So I would probably build a barrier, obviously, to hold everything in to contain it, but it wouldn't have a top. It would have heat lamps and everything hanging from the ceiling, and it would look cool. But problem is, I got cats. We got 2 kitties who are our mascot pets, and I wouldn't want them to be able to get over into it. Not because I'm worried about him hurting them. I mean, maybe as an adult he possibly could, but I don't know. He wouldn't eat them, obviously. But I really just wouldn't want them to stress him out by jumping over in there. And you know how cats are curious. I mean, cats will mess around with anything. Alright, so he's done 3 so far. There's 2 left. I'm pretty sure he'll eat those 2, but I never leave uneaten food in there. So, let me see if I can get those without stressing them out too bad. Might have to use the longer tongue. He's definitely still in feeding mode, so I don't care to get bit by him. Look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. There you go. There you go. Here's number 4. That's 4 out of 5. 1 left. And that's gotten stuck up under his little bank. There we go. Number 5. Alright, Lev. So that's 5 out of 5. No problem at all. I'm not giving him more than that, just because I don't want to overfeed him. So Levingston has met his challenge for the night or the morning. 5 out of 5 pinker mice, frozen thawed. He would probably eat 10 if I let him. But that should get him feeling good. We're going to top this tank off now before we go to bed. This tank, we do a lot of reef tanks, and that's kind of what we used to do predominantly, and we've gotten a lot more into reptiles now. But anyway, this tank has a sump under it like you would do your reef tank. So it's just got a drain pipe and overflow right over there. It's just cut about half the height of the tank. I mean, it's just a simple way to do it. So you have drain pipes cut there, so it overflows into that drain pipe, dumps down into the sump, which is under the pond here. That is like a 50-gallon sump, and it has marine pure in it, which are, you know, like a bio block. It's got a couple of those. They're just large surface area. They grow a lot of bacteria for biological filtration, which is certainly the most important thing. Filtration, you basically got 3 kinds of filtration. You got mechanical, you got chemical, and you got biological. Mechanical being, you know, filter pads, anything that just physically removes particulate matter from the water. Chemical would be fresh water. You're going to use carbon, activated carbon, or the zeolite stuff, and that just kind of absorbs chemicals from the water, like ammonia, nitrite, different nitrogen compounds. And then the last one you got is biological. And biological is, of course, just a bacteria colony. There's two major bacterias that basically cycle out ammonia from the water. So when the animal puts waste in the water, it's it's basically ammonia to start with. Sorry, see if we can get focused in on him. Yeah, there he is. So anyway, of course, if anybody knows about the nitrogen cycle in an aquarium, and it happens in any kind of aquarium, it doesn't matter if it's a saltwater or freshwater, they all go through it. Basically, you've got nitrosomonas bacteria and nitrobacter, and one of those is going to take ammonia and process ammonia. It's going to use ammonia as its food, and its waste will be nitrite. So that first bacteria type will convert ammonia to nitrite, and nitrite is less toxic than ammonia. Then the next bacteria will take the nitrite, and it will use that as its food or fuel, and its waste will be nitrate. And then nitrates will constantly build in your water. So nitrates being less toxic than nitrites, and much less toxic than ammonia. And then, to remove the nitrates, there's different media you can use to absorb them, but basically, mainly the way to get rid of the nitrates is water changes. Partial water changes, frequent. With him, I do, usually, like I said, this is a 200-gallon tank, so I'll do like 10% once a week. So I'll do 20-gallon water change, and I'll bottom siphon. I'll try to get, all the particulate matter I can see off the bottom. This is a bare bottom setup, so it's just easier to get it all out. With gravel or sand, it all gets trapped, and it just gets more and more disgusting. So it's bare bottom. He doesn't really hang out on the bottom much anyway. But that's him. That's Levingston. We love him. Everybody who's without power like us, we're praying for you guys. Pray for us, please. We really appreciate you guys who watch the videos. I know there's a lot of choices of videos out there, and there's some awesome ones, and there's some really, advanced people video-wise who have a lot of cool editing and effects and all that, and that is really cool, and we hope to do more of that in the future. But for now, we're just kind of trying to put out good information, show you what kind of animals we have here that we take care of. The biggest thing we sell is ball pythons. We breed and sell ball pythons, and we keep a lot of other species though, just for education purposes, including the caiman, and then we've got a bunch of tortoises, turtles, some rare and endangered stuff that we'll do videos on. Got some arboreal snakes like green tree pythons, blue-tongued skinks, northern blue-tongued skinks, and we're about to get a new animal here pretty quick. I'm not going to say what it is, but as soon as we do, we'll do a video on it. Again, this was Levingston, yearling, Cuvier's dwarf caiman. Awesome guy. Taking 5 pinky mice tonight. Thank you guys. God bless. See you soon. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. It means a lot to us, and we really appreciate you guys' time. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it didn't bore you to death. Good night.